Today we're going to be talking about the importance of networking and how I was able to get a job filming for Patagonia. So this story starts nearly 4 years ago, back in 2017, when I came across this filmmaker's work in my town that I live in and was super inspired by it. After researching more and more of his work, I found out that he films a local music festival every year and decided to reach out to him to see if I could somehow be a part of it. After multiple emails, I received no response at all. And this is often how networking goes. You reach out to somebody, you might not hear back from them. At the time, I was completely green in the industry, had no idea what I was doing, and frankly just wasn't offering any value to him. Despite that, I was able to attend the festival just for fun and ended up running into him while I was there. In my experience, being able to make a personal connection with somebody goes a lot further than just sending them an email, because they can't see who you are, they don't know what you're like in person, and they can't see what kind of work ethic you have. So we hit it off. He was kind enough to give me some of his time and chat for a while. I was fortunate enough to just pick his brain and ask him about the shoot and what he does in his work. And keep in mind, at this time, I did not know pretty much anything about the industry. I was completely green, and just asking him about some of the work he does really gave me a lot of insights into the industry and his profession. Now, I also want to reiterate, one of the things that I did when I was talking to him was just be really personable, nice, and kind. One of the best pieces of advice somebody has ever given me is, when you're networking, try to become friends with people rather than just using them as a stepping stone to get somewhere. So after chatting with him that initial time and then running into him another couple times throughout the festival, we had a good connection and I felt like he actually knew who I was. Fast forward a year and he's hiring me for that very same festival as a production assistant. Now it turns out being a production assistant on that shoot actually kind of turned into just being a camera operator, as they had 6 different reds on that shoot, so I basically just got to operate for most of the time, which was awesome. Now at this festival we were spending the entire weekend together. We camped together, we were working together 24/7 for the entirety of the shoot, late hours into the morning, as this was an electronic music festival, so it went till easily 4, 5, 6, 7 in the morning, which was pretty crazy. But going through that kind of experience with somebody allowed me to build a better connection with them. Not only were we working together, but we were also just chatting about our own lives, getting to know each other on a personal level, which makes a much bigger difference. People in the industry are going to hire their friends over somebody they don't know. Even if you're slightly more talented with somebody, they're going to hire somebody who they like working with over somebody who has mildly more talent. Since then, that same person has hired me to help out on multiple other shoots. And not only that, they've actually scaled my role into something better almost every time they've hired me, starting as a production assistant and now most recently on this Patagonia shoot as a full-on cinematographer. Throughout the 3-year gap between that initial hire at the music festival and now, I've just kept in touch. We've worked a couple jobs together, nerded out over camera gear together, and just overall continued to craft a relationship together. All of that built up until about 6 months ago, where he hired me to help out on a fishing shoot. While I was initially just going to be an assistant camera to him, I ended up bringing my own camera regardless, and actually ended up shooting quite a bit. Now, he didn't ask me to bring my gear. I didn't ask for any rental fees for bringing my gear as you normally would charge. I just brought it because I thought it would help the production. A gesture like that can go a really long way in just improving your relationship and showing that you're there not just for the money or the paycheck, but because you actually care about the project and you want to make the entire project better. Long story short, that shoot went really well. I was mainly a drone operator as well as operating some B-cam, and the footage we got turned out really good. Since everything turned out great on that shoot, that was the perfect segue into a couple weeks ago when I got an email about this Patagonia project. Now, I can't really tell you too much about the project and can't show you any of the footage of it because it's actually still being shot and won't be released until next fall, but what I can tell you is he hired me on as a drone operator / B-cam. We went up to this amazing zone, got helicoptered into a ski lodge for a week, filmed a bunch of skiing, got some awesome weather, awesome snow, awesome avalanche conditions, and it was a total blast. One of the things I love the most about working with people that you've known for a while is that it doesn't really feel like work. Yeah, you're out there in the wilderness, like carrying a bunch of camera gear, and that can be difficult, but you're hanging out together, you're getting excited about the shots you got, bouncing ideas off of each other, and that's pretty much priceless. And the reason I tell you all this is to just be really patient in your filmmaking. Landing big jobs like this takes a lot of time. I curated this relationship for 4 years before I actually got a job working for a big notable company. I've had countless interactions where somebody that I had coffee with 2 years ago then emails me about some other random job 2 years down the line. You never know who you're going to meet that's going to help you out later in your career. Early on in my career, there was a period of time where I was meeting up with people for coffee 2 or 3 times a week, just trying to network with literally anybody I could meet that was even remotely related to the film industry. The more people you know, the more opportunities you're going to get, and the more people that you can curate a real friendship relationship with, the more even better opportunities you're going to get overall. All of this patience and working on my skills has now led to these amazing projects where I get to ride in a helicopter way up into the mountains and spend the time in some beautiful looking landscapes and snow. It's important to remember that this doesn't happen overnight, and who knows what kind of relationships I'm building now that will lead to amazing projects down the line. You never know who you're going to meet early on in your career that could be the person that gives you that next leap, that next step into those super cool projects that you want to work on. Keep an open mind, keep meeting people, and keep being friendly. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and hopefully you got some value out of it. And if you did, make sure to click the like button down below. It actually does make a difference. And feel free to subscribe if you want to see more filmmaking videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.